sitting in soup. Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again for more of our Origins Bonanza Explosion blog coverage. We're at Origins 2019, playing the games so you don't have to, even though you're probably going to want to, especially when we tell you about this game that we're talking about right now, which is Cartographers from Thunderwork Games. This is going to be, I believe, a Gen Con release. We played it 2 players. It's 1 to 100 players, ages 10 plus. That's what it says on the box. And it's going to take about 30 to 45 minutes. It is a draw and write game, which the market is just fun with them. I think we've already played like 4 or 5 of them this weekend. We're going to play some more this weekend. They are everywhere. They are hot stuff right now. And what you're going to be doing is you're going to have this little, what is it, like a village that you're essentially going to be building, like a big valley.
Yeah. And
you are going to have 4 scoring cards in the middle of the table, A, B, C, and D. And in the spring's the first month, right? Spring season.
Yeah.
In the spring, yeah, the season works. You're going to score victory points based on A and B, and then when you get to the fall, you're going to score victory points based on B and C, and then C and D, and then eventually it's going to wrap around to D and A. But you're going to know all these scoring conditions in advance, which is going to allow you to do a lot of forward planning and try and figure out what you want to do. All the while, on the top right-hand corner of these seasons is going to have a certain number. It'll say 8, 7, I think, going all the way down to 6. And what's going to happen, the crux of the game, if that expression actually works, the usage of the word works, is that you're going to draw a card. The person's going to draw a card, and it's going to have a choice that you can make. It'll say you can build either a river, or you can build like a valley, or you can build a house or something like that, and you can build it either in maybe this particular shape or that particular shape and put it on your board. If you put it in this particular shape, you'll gain yourself a coin, though. And the coins are great because they're going to give you victory points every single season, so getting one essentially at the beginning of the game is like getting 4 points. And then once everybody's done that, you'll draw another card. Those cards are also going to have numbers on them, and once those numbers that you're drawing equal the number in the right-hand corner of the season, that's when the season over. You're going to score some points, and we'll talk about that in a second, and then you move on to the next season, and rinse, wash, and repeat. So that's what you're going to be doing. There's a whole bunch of different shapes. There's a couple different things. There's also barbarians that are going to come into play, and the barbarians are going to have you passing your sheet to the player on your left, and then the other player is going to draw barbarians onto your valley in the spot that they think is going to be the least convenient for you. And how villagers work, they work kind of like coins, where they're going to score you negative points the rest of the game unless you build something next to them, in which case they're not going to score you negative points. And so those are really important to take care of as well, and you're going to continue to do that for 4 seasons. So you start talking about it and see if there's anything else that I really missed.
So here's what I enjoy about this. You're using the cards, and it's a select number of cards. There's a bunch of them, but you use a certain number for each time you play the game. You're using those cards. You put a barbarian in each season, and when you find the barbarian, then they go out. But every season, at the end of the season, you take the cards, shuffle them up again, and put them back out there. And there's like just the right amount of cards that after 2 or 3 seasons, you've seen all the cards. So at first I thought, oh man, that sucks, like there's not enough variety there. But then I realized, oh wait, now I know in the future what could come up. So I started like forming my map in ways that if this card comes up, I can put it right here, and that'll give me another 8 points. And trying to plan ahead that way. And I loved that about it, that it's a developing system of knowledge. It works well.
And you were also skeptical about knowing the scoring in advance as well.
True.
Which I think you definitely came around on that.
Mm-hmm.
And this was a super close game. What I really liked about it was it seems like there is tons of potential. Like this is the ground floor, and there was enough in this box that I want this game. So there's going to be 4 scoring conditions out. There's 16 scoring conditions in the box, and these scoring conditions are definitely going to change how you're building your valley, which I thought was really stinking cool. And it makes these interesting choices like, do I want to go for these points now, or do I maybe want to pray for the next season, or maybe do I want to deal with these villagers? And it made for some really interesting choices along the way. And in the end, I don't want to undersell it, but I think this is my favorite roll ride I've played. Maybe Welcome 2 is up there as well, but I really stinking like this game. I thought it was great. It was fun. It was quick. It was easy to learn. It was easy to teach. And the other thing is, the other side had a different map on it.
Yeah.
And I would love to see what they come up with because there's unlimited potential.
Yeah,
Like different
in the
types of
future, they
terrain,
changed
different
it,
special
changed
abilities.
the shape of the map. Like they could do tons of stuff with this game.
Yeah. So I'm hoping this one does well. That is Thunderwork Games. It's called Cartographers. And if you're a Roll and Write fan, check this one out. I think you're really going to dig it. If you're not a Roll and Write fan, then you're probably not going to dig it.
At all, because that's all it is.
Yeah, but it's still, I really still enjoyed the game. That is Cartographers from Thunderwork Games coming out of Gen Con. Looks like it might be a cup of tea. Be sure to check that one out. If you're enjoying what we're doing, click on that subscribe button down below. If you want to support the channel, click on the little Amazon associate links down below. Throw a couple pennies my way. And in the comments below, let me know. Do you know what a cartographer is?
Yes.
Me too.
Do you? All right.
Yep.
Excellent.
I totally do.
Great question.